Hey class, welcome back. We are going to dive into the week 1 module overview. So we're starting off here at our landing page of the dashboard. We're going to scroll down to course essentials, click on weekly modules, and we're going to click into the week 1 folder. Week 1 is a nice introduction to the course. Starts off with an introduction to what health communication is all about. And we're going to begin with an overview and the learning outcomes. So the module learning outcomes for week 1 will be applying some information from our text and learning about health communication as a science, if you will. And then we're going to be talking about what the Boise State RRT Bachelor's of Science in Respiratory Therapy Degree Advancement Program student outcomes look like. And those are what we call our SLOs, or our student learning outcomes. Every week we're going to be highlighting one student learning outcome to talk about, and each of these outcomes are key essentials of the education process that you are going to be learning and developing as you matriculate through our program here at Boise State. And so they're very, very important to understand what they all are. And so we're going to be talking about one of them each week. And as you move through your classes or courses here at Boise State, you're going to notice some of those classes emphasize one particular outcome a little bit more than a few of the others. For example, this class, even though we're going to kind of introduce all of these outcomes to you, we really focus on professional writing in this course, and so you'll see a lot of content and assignments that revolve around that SLO for professional writing. So that's kind of where we're going to be as far as what we're learning, and then as far as the assignment goes, we're going to be applying APA to our first essay. And we're going to be focusing on the citations and references aspects of APA format. So that is the broad overview. The learning materials that we're going to cover will be Dupre, Chapter 1, and the preface, as well as you should look over the course syllabus and just get yourself familiar with the entire course in general. Of course, we talked about just now the overview of what the degree advancement program student learning outcomes are, and here's a slide showing you exactly what each one of them is. Okay, so you can see all of our SLOs, or student learning outcomes. SLO number 1 is writing in the profession, and that's kind of what we're going to be focusing on this week. And as mentioned, it's going to be an APA format, getting you guys to demonstrate the ability to write effectively within the profession. Now, a lot of you guys are taking this degree advancement program to get your bachelor's degree, to be in management, maybe go on to do some education, either within a facility, like a hospital facility, or a university setting. A lot of you may be looking at research. Regardless of what your advancement track looks like, you're going to need to be able to write. Whether you plan on publishing down the road or not, is irrelevant. You need to be able to write professionally, and you need to be able to know how to cite and reference the material that you're using in your writing as you start to advance in your careers. So some of you have already seen that with your current positions, and as you are continuing to advance, some of you are going to see that as you hope to advance. And this is going to help you immensely. It's going to help you be a better communicator, but it's going to allow you to be taken more seriously. And if you have any aspirations of wanting to research, go into academics, or into a director's type of position, you're going to need to be able to write, and you're going to need to be able to substantiate your writing. So understanding APA format as a way to not only effectively cite and reference, but how to promote a proper abstract and title page. All of those things are very, very important. So that's what SLO number 1 is for writing in the profession, and that's what we're going to be discussing are working on this week. Moving forward, I'm not going to describe all of these, but I just want to list them for you. Oral communication is extremely important. We will be working on oral communication in this class as well with some of our projects, and such as the video introduction has you guys orally communicate, which is important. It's an important aspect that we focus on within a online program, because a lot of times we do things just typing things out in discussion board and we don't actually get to orally communicate, but it is key. Critical inquiry and evidence-based medicine. Some courses will be heavy in that. Teamwork and interprofessional cooperation. We don't have group work in this course, but in other courses in this program, you will be exposed to some some group work. Ethical leadership, obviously important as you raise through the ranks of your entities to be ethical in how you lead. And then education or teaching patients and other healthcare professionals. We have another course dedicated to teaching within the healthcare profession, and so that course will focus heavily on outcome number 6. Okay, so jumping back into the week 1 module. So we've gone through the overview. Now let's look at what the actual assignment is. So the assignment this week is to write an essay. And so the essay is going to be in APA format, and it's due Sunday by midnight, as most of our assignments will be in this class. You can see down here we're going to be discussing the transactional model of communication. So this is the topic and the boundaries of which you're going to be writing that essay. And then we're going to be using that essay to learn how to do APA format. So we're kind of killing 2 birds here with 1 stone. You are applying the information you've learned from the text about healthcare communication while starting to learn about APA format and writing in that style. So there's some information here. What is an expository essay? You'll click on this link to talk about or to learn about that. At least 5 paragraphs. Most of the time you'll find out that you'll need to probably do more than 5 paragraphs in order to get all of your thoughts out. But the point here is that we don't want it to be too short. It needs to be substantive. I'm not here to make you write 5 pages every single week. I appreciate concise papers. But I want to make sure that there's enough material there to properly get a grasp that you know the information from the textbook and to be able to guide you and lead you with feedback on APA format. So there's a link here that gives you some information specifically about citation and referencing with APA format. You'll notice that that is also available to you up here in this APA help link. Those resources are duplicated, so if you ever are looking for that, just slide over to the APA help link and you can find that. A little bit of comic relief here with a video excerpt from the show House that was aired on Fox Network a few years ago. And here's some talking points or prompts for you regarding that essay paper. Additionally, there's a handful of links here that have been selected that will work for you as outside references. In your papers, you should always be referencing your text. Additionally, you should have several, 2 to 3 additional outside resources. And so you don't have to use these, but here's a good list of, to get you started, resources that you can also add to your papers. A little bit more information about APA citation and referencing. And then also, this is the APA paper overview that's listed up here in the APA help section. Basically me going over a APA paper in detail for you. If you want to skip the abstract and the title page, just go straight to 5 minutes and 17 seconds of that video. And that's where I start talking about citations and references. So you can kind of just skip through some of that because we're not talking about title pages and abstracts this week. There is a great resource from the University of Maryland Writing Center, and there's a link here to the playlist for APA citation videos there. If you have any questions about how do I cite this source or how do I include that as a reference, Really, there's a video for it already made, and it's really well done. So please do take a look at that as well. Turning in your assignment is easy. This header right up here, Week 1 Essay Assignment, is actually a link that allows you to turn in your assignment and opens up the assignment turn in page. So as you scroll down, you can see when the due date is. Note that this is not the due date for your assignment, but from an older class period. Gives you the instructions once again, and then gives you the ability to add comments and upload files. Because you're using a Google Doc, you're going to have a link that you are submitting. So you're going to, in your comments, you can paste your link. Please make sure that it is a working URL link and not just the URL that does not link to your assignment, but an actual link. You alternatively may click on Write Submission and paste in your URL here. So for example, that would be www. Whatever the address happens to be, google.com. And in order to make that a link, you can highlight it, click on link, and then a new page opens up to do a link path. So you will paste your URL here. Typically, I like to open this in a new window, and then you can insert it from that point. Once you've done all of that, you can just click hit submit, and that will submit your file so that I can see it in grading. Okay, jumping back into the Week 1 module. The next item down the list is the Week 1 quiz. Again, here you'll simply click on the Week 1 quiz link, and it'll take you to the quiz page in which you can click begin to begin that quiz. And back into our module. The last item is the discussion board. Here's the information for the discussion board. It provides you with the prompts of what it is you're supposed to be doing. In this case, for the video introduction, it also tells you how to embed the video. But remember, there's also a video in the help section up here under YouTube and Google Doc Help to show you on the video how to actually embed that file. So I'm not going to do that here. But once again, you just simply click on Week 1 discussion board, and then it brings you right into the introductions forum. You would click create thread, and then you would embed your video into this section. And then the very last thing down here at the end are just a few extra resources, the APA paper, and then how to do a YouTube video resource, which again are also available up above in the APA and YouTube help sections. So that's it for Week 1. Sorry that this went a little bit long. I'm hoping that future weeks will go shorter, simply because I won't be describing quite so much of the layout to you, but more or less just giving you the lesson information overview and explaining a little bit more about the assignments in detail for you. So that's all for Week 1. Get to work, and I will see you in Week 2. Please reach out to the study hall if you have any questions, and if all else fails, just shoot me an email. Have a great week, you guys. See you later.